Thank you, Speaker. On several occasions, the legal sector magazine Canadian Lawyer has raised legitimate concerns about this government's pattern of politicizing the judicial appointment process. Internal government documents show that on November the 19th, 2021, the Attorney General was notified of an imminent judicial vacancy in Cornwall. This provided more than enough time for the Attorney General to work with the Judicial Appointment Advisory Committee, a nonpartisan and respected advisory body, and choose from the committee's highly qualified and vetted list of candidate recommendations. Speaker, it's been 2 years since that notification, and Cornwall still is short one sitting judge. Is the Attorney General ignoring the committee's advice because his Conservative candidate choice was not on the list of qualified and vetted recommendations?
The Attorney General.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the Judicial Advisory Committee and how they work. I'll tell you, Mr. Speaker, we've been working to make the system more transparent and more fair. Talking about choice, when we came to government, Mr. Speaker, the committee would give 2 names to the Attorney General for choice. And they could get 100 applications, they could do 50 interviews, and 2 names would come forward. Those are the only 2 names that you would see. And in one occasion, I got John Smith and Joan Smith in one location and Joan Smith and John Smith in the other, effectively giving me a choice. Would you like vegetables? It's peas. That's it, Mr. Speaker. There was no choice. So we changed in 2021 to allow for 6 names per appointment, Mr. Speaker, because the Attorney General is charged with making that appointment. Now, Mr. Speaker, we've also made other changes to improve the process. We've been very open about our criteria. Now, Mr. Speaker, rather than the conspiracy theories that abound in the NDP, I would like to know which one of the 83 judges I have appointed that she doesn't like.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. This government's years of political meddling with tribunal and judicial appointments are very well documented now. The Attorney General himself admitted in a TVO interview that he should have the right and ability to appoint judges who reflect the same values as he.
Shame.
Political interference has produced dire consequences for Ontario's justice system. Under this Conservative government, there have been record-high tribunal waitlists, massive court staffing shortages, courtrooms literally falling apart, charges against violent offenders being tossed for unconditional court delays, and much more. Speaker, considering their insistent political meddling with tribunal and judicial appointments, the current criminal investigation of this government for reported corruption, how can anyone from the legal community or the general public ever trust this government again?
Minister of Education will come to order. The Attorney General can reply.
Thank the opposite member for reading her rambling question, Mr. Speaker, because it covers a lot of ground. But what I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, is that we work closely with the Ontario Bar Association, with the Law Society, with the Federation of Ontario Law Associations. We work with the Judiciary, Mr. Speaker, and the Judicial Advisory Appointments Committee, Mr. Speaker, is that. It's an advisory committee, Mr. Speaker. And of all of the Chief Justice, the regional senior judges, the JPs, the regional senior JPs, the Associate Chief Justices, Mr. Speaker, and the 83 judges that this government has appointed, Mr. Speaker, I challenge the NDP to tell me one that is inappropriate, Mr. Speaker.